welcome back to another episode of Saddlebag Lunch. My name is Pete. This is my channel, 1822 MC Adventures and More. And today, we're out here in the Croatan Café, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no cover charge. What's on the menu today? Some Roman noodles and some tuna fish. I'm rotating the stock in my hurricane supplies because now my hurricane supplies are now my Chinese virus shit hit the fan supplies. So, like I said, today we're going to be cooking some Roman noodles and some tuna fish. Got some, what do I got? Got some sliced peaches, I got some raisins, and candy bar. Well, let's go ahead and make a lunch. Be prepared. Let me start off by saying it's a pretty good thing to understand and know. And of course, I'm using an alcohol stove today. Let's get that rocking. So we're going to put about a cup of water in here. And my stove is hot, so now I'll put my penny in there. Actually, it went out. Damn. Okay. Let's try this again. Yeah, Roman noodles, they're not my favorite, but in times of crisis, natural or man-made, it's pretty hard to beat some Roman noodles, right? So we'll throw that in there. I'll set this off to the side. I will be adding some tuna fish to it and some soy sauce. But yeah, be prepared. I actually have to eat those words, believe it or not. And you would think, if you follow my channel, you know I've said that at least once, right? Be prepared. Last Wednesday, I believe it was the 18th, I had a small little job I had to do out in town, so I put my work boots on and I rode on into town and I took care of the job. And on the way home, I thought, you know what? Why don't I go out in the woods real quick and go hunt around for some fat wood and bring it on home and process it. Was a pretty good idea, but the problem was I was wearing my work boots. So I'm out in the woods and I'm looking for fat wood, and I got one eye scanning the woods for old stumps and whatnot, and my other eye's kind of focusing on where I'm going. And all of a sudden, I'm walking, I go to take a step, and I see a big, all I see is a big patch of white right underneath my foot. I damn near stepped on a fucking water moccasin. So I froze, backed off, caught my breath, and I just backed away from him. I just left him there. Normally I would kill a snake like that for scaring the hell out of me, but he gave me warning. I didn't see him. It was my fault. He was blended right into the forest floor. But my point about being prepared is if I'd have had my snake boots on, I just would have went like, oh crap, a snake. And I just would have walked around him, no big deal. But by just having my work boots on and not my snake boots, scared the crap out of me. Because I know better than to go into the woods without a gun and without my snake boots. And that would have really sucked if I had gotten bit by that water moccasin. Now, a long time ago, I got bit by a rattlesnake. That's a whole nother story. Back to be prepared. Be prepared. It's a basic Boy Scout motto, and it really applies to anything you do in life. Whether you're going to take a hike out in the woods, well, be prepared. Make sure you got some water, make sure you got a decent pair of boots, and whatever else you think you need out in the woods. Natural disasters, man-made disasters, whatever the case may be prepared, right? I mean, come on now. Oh. Man, I know better than that. Yeah, so if we've learned anything from the Chinese coronavirus, we have learned that we are woefully unprepared as a nation. You know, it's one thing taking care of people when a hurricane or a tornado or something comes. Hey, we got that down pat these days. But a worldwide pandemic, whether this has been a natural occurrence or possibly something much worse, well, you need to be prepared for stuff like this. Now me, other than the inconvenience of having to listen to all this stupid ass shit on the TV, so far my life hasn't really changed much. I'm still fishing, I'm making videos, we're not in total lockdown. Now, of course, I'm not about to go in town, but coming out here in the woods and enjoying myself, yeah, I'm all about that. Oh, crap. Well, I swear, I am way off my game today. So it looks like it's getting close to done. So I put in a little bit of the flavor packet. I'm definitely putting some soy sauce in there. But yeah, I don't know if you've been following the news or how closely you have been following the news. But there is mayors all across America, of course they're all fucking Democrats, that are trying to suspend your rights, trying to close down gun shops. And they do this in the name of public safety. All right, so please, someone fucking explain this shit to me. We're in the middle of a pandemic. There's a lot of people that are not prepared in any way, shape, or form. So things are going to get a lot worse. People are going to get hungry. They're going to get desperate. And what is the average Democrat politician's solution to this? Well, we'll fucking just take your guns and then everybody will be safe. Please explain to me how, with cops not willing to do anything, so when they're sitting there hunkered down, hoping they don't get sick and their family don't get sick, they're not answering any calls. That's just not going to happen. So we're on our own. Really sucks. We are literally on our own. But these politicians, so rather than say, hey, you know what? The authorities are not going to be able to help you. I don't know. I know it's sad. I just don't understand how these idiots, every time that something bad happens, the very first thing they want to do is take your guns. That's exactly why we can't give our guns up. Times like this, we need them more than ever. You know, I could be sitting in my house and all of a sudden 4 or 5 thugs kick my door in because they don't have no food. They don't want my money. They don't want my jewelry. What they want is my food. Sorry guys, I'm going to drop you like a bad habit if you come into my house. Cops ain't going to come and help me. So I'm going to pretty much have no choice but to eliminate your dumb ass. Well, I guess we'll just have to let that burn out, because the noodles are definitely done. But yeah, I know I'm rambling and I'm going in circles with this video, but all I can tell you people is, man, be aware. Be very aware of what's going on. Stop listening to cable news. They're lying to all of us. Well, this ain't no gourmet meal, but you know what? The Roman noodles is what? 10 for $1 when you buy the cheap ones, $1 pack of tuna fish, and some soy sauce that I got from the Chinese restaurant. So what? All right, quick, what's that add up to? About $1.10 and a fraction, right? Not bad for $1, huh? $1 and small change. I'll be full. I won't be cranky because I'm full. And there's I don't know how much nutrition these Roman noodles actually have, but There's never anything wrong with eating tuna fish. So yeah, people, just wash your hands, stay calm, make sure you got plenty of ammo, keep a loaded gun nearby, and don't do anything stupid. Just ride this thing out. And for me, all I'm really doing is I'm rotating some of my supplies, but basically, other than the inconvenience of being locked down and stuff not being on the shelves, I'm pretty much doing the same thing I always do. Now, of course, if I lived in the city, that would suck. I wouldn't be able to do this. But that's why I don't live in the big city, because they suck. Much rather live in a small town with not much more than the local agriculture going on. Because I mean, like in my case, I can always drive 16 to 21 miles in any direction from where I live at, and I'll be in a big city. Closest one is about 16 miles. The furthest one is about 40 miles. But I got 3 towns that are less than 21 miles from my house, and then I have another next nearest big city that's around 40 miles from my house. So I can live in peace and quiet. And if I want some big city nonsense, I can jump on the bike and go 20 miles down the road and have all I want, right? But yeah, that damn snake, I swear, man. That's why I bought snake boots. It used to be, I'd go out in the woods and I'd see a snake, and my heart would jump out of my chest and I'd about have a stroke and flip out and just go mental. Now with the snake boots on, I don't really have that fear of being bit. So now when I see a snake out here, it's like, oh, it's a snake. Hope he goes the other way, because he fucks with me, I'm gonna kill him. And then that's it. They either go the other way or they get dispatched. Yeah, this is good. I swear, man. So here I am. I'm way out in the Croatan today. I'm not even sure exactly where I'm at, but it's nice and quiet. It's peaceful. The butterflies are out. The Carolina jasmine's blooming. The wisteria is blooming. There's little flowers blooming. Really nice. And I wanted to stop down the road here at an even nicer place for lunch, but as I pulled over, what did I see? Big old pile of bear shit. I'm like, well, I really don't think I want to eat lunch here, because this looks like this area is reserved for the local bears to eat their lunch, so I ain't having nothing to do with that. I got up here, believe it or not, I looked around real quick, right over there, and I'm not going to show it to you. Just some coyote poop. So yeah, I'm not down here where everybody camps. I'm way the hell out here in the forest. And it's so nice. I mean, who knows what I'll see on the way back. I'll have the camera on my helmet on the way out. Who knows what we might see. Might see a bear. Might just see some regular critters. Who knows. Might not see nothing. But if we don't see any animals, we'll see some flowers in bloom. We'll see some butterflies flying around and whatnot. It'll still be good. Yeah, I remember when I was younger living off stuff like this. Pack of Roman noodles, can of tuna fish, maybe saute up some onions and peppers or whatever you have on hand, put it all in the pot and choke it on down. But yeah, when it comes to preparing for something like what we got going on right now, you know, it's really not that hard to come up with 30 days worth of food. Now, don't do it all in one shot. That's retarded. But every time you go to the store, buy one extra meal. All right? A bag of Roman noodles and a pack of tuna fish or Spam, chicken, whatever. There's a meal. All right? Get you a box of spaghetti noodles. I don't even remember. If you get the regular box, it's what? 5 or 6, 7, 8 servings, whatever the heck it is. Get you some spaghetti sauce. Well, there's several meals right there. Might not be the tastiest, but you know what? It'll fill you up. Because no matter what these mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging fools on TV are telling you, we're going to get by this. We're going to make it through this. Anything that's ever happened in America, we've made it through. We've made it through shit a lot worse than this. All right? Look it up. I'm having a senior moment. I don't remember how many people died when we had the Spanish flu. It was a lot. It was thousands and thousands and thousands. And then you add in the numbers from the whole world. That was something to be reckoned with, all right? So now, not that this is fake or anything. I mean, there's really people dying, but we ain't nowhere near the Spanish flu. My point being is, we're going to make it through this. We always do. We're America. But what's on the other side is what scares me. Because right now, why all the talking fools on TV are keeping you distracted with the cerveza bug, there's no telling behind the scenes what's going on. Every time that we go through a situation like this, there's some bad laws and bad shit that gets passed. Just look at what fucking Nancy Pelosi, look at what she's trying to pull. Everything that she wants to do doesn't have one thing to do with the Chinese flu, the Kung Fu flu, the cerveza bug, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. In that stupid shit she was trying to pull, she's wanting emissions on jets. She's wanting to slide New Green Deal dumbassery shit. All kinds of stupid stuff that has nothing to do with this pandemic. But yet, patriots are bad people, right? All we want to do is get this problem fixed. We're going to argue about politics later. Right now, we got to do what's fucking good for the country, not what's good for communism. I mean, I swear, these people, I get the impression they're not going to be happy until the whole fucking world collapses. And then a few people seem to think that they're going to rise above the dust and rule the world. Fuck you is what I say to that. It's not going to happen. We're going to make it through this. The only thing that worries me is I hear stories about we're going to come out with a new currency after all this shit is done. That's why they want to collapse everything. Collapse everything down to fucking dirt and then come up with a new cashless society. That kind of shit scares me. But yeah, kids, don't you just love socialism? The government's telling you to stay in your house. Your government's telling you to stay at home. They're telling you don't go nowhere, don't work, and don't worry. When we get done arguing about this shit, we're gonna take care of you. Fuck China, bastards. But I just hope, when we do get through this, that I hope that the United States of America and the rest of the civilized world takes a good hard look at China and says, hey, Winnie the Pooh, eat a fucking bag of dicks, motherfucker. We're not playing your shit no more. Now, of course, I do feel bad for the Chinese people. I've said this before. I'm pretty sure they don't have a lot of choice in this. Either one, you go along with the program, or two, you're terminated. Which brings me back to the deal of that's why the Second Amendment is so important. So some of you people out there, they ain't never owned a gun before, don't have any military experience, never shot a gun when you were a kid, never went hunting with your dad, whatever the case may be. People like you are now looking at buying guns. Imagine that. Some of them arguments you hear about the Second Amendment, now that you're thinking about buying a gun, those arguments sound pretty fucking stupid now, don't they? My favorite one. Why do you need a magazine that holds 100 rounds? I got a good answer for that. I'm 59 years old, my fucking hands are all fucked up, and reloading sucks. So yeah, a 100-round magazine, I think that's a pretty good idea. 30 rounders, 20 rounders, 40 rounders, whatever. The more the merrier, because like I said, reloading sucks. Whether you're target shooting or whatever. You want to reload after every 5 rounds? Fuck no. Put a big old magazine in there and have at it. When it's empty, put another 40 or 50 in there, right? But my point is, I don't need some old geezer with dementia or some power-hungry New World Order fanatic that's scared to death of me because I have guns, want to take my guns for my own safety. I've yet to figure that one out. Yeah, for my own safety. Look at all these countries that citizens don't own guns. Fucking countries are a mess, aren't they? I mean, as an American, the thought of not being able to defend myself, I can't even wrap my head around it. If you got more than 3 brain cells, you know that police, they just can't protect you. They come there after the fact. They're gonna come clean the mess up. But you call them up and say, "Oh man, there's someone in my house." They'll be like, "We'll be there as soon as we can." Yeah, right. How about I just shoot the son of a bitch and drag him out in the woods and let the coyotes eat his fucking ass, and we don't even have to worry about it. A lot less paperwork. Hand sanitizer. Don't be a fucktard about this stuff. Soap and water is what you need. I use hand sanitizer out here in the woods because I'm not going to wash my hands in the ditch. And just something to think about. So let's say things go really sour here in the near future. I'll gladly trade you some stale Roman noodles for a roll of toilet paper. Because if the only thing you stockpiled was toilet paper, good luck turning a turd with that. I'd rather have food and no toilet paper than toilet paper and no food. Just think about that one for a second, right? All right, some tuna fish and Roman noodles and some sliced peaches. I certainly feel a lot better now. Now it's time for me to clean my mess up. All right, so this concludes another episode of Saddlebag Lunch. Basically, my take-home message was, be prepared. Be prepared for anything. I mean, I went into the woods last week unprepared, and I damn near got snake bit. Trust me, that won't happen again. But be prepared. Whether it's a natural shitstorm, a government shitstorm, red flag, whatever. You, as an American, you need to be able to take care of yourself when shit hits the fan, because the government ain't going to come there. I heard something behind me. Don't know what it was. Don't care what it was. I have a feeling that's my signal to get the hell out of here. So, let's ride.